little tricky for me, so this is a no judgment environment. But if you want a couple of tips to tell who's who, I can help you out with that. Now, first of all, if you look at their heads, you are going to notice variation in their hair color. Just like humans have variation in our hair color, we see that with our otters as well. So we currently have one of our more brunette otters on exhibit and two of our more blonde otters on exhibit. We'll go ahead and start off with our brunette. She's the only one that's right over here by this window off to the right-hand side. That is Abby. She's also our oldest otter that we have on exhibit today. She is 10 years old. That leaves us with our two blondes. You can see them up at the deck. We've got Ivy over here to your right, and then Gidget over to the left. Now, Gidget is older. She is 9 years old. And then Abby is our youngest otter out today. She is 6. If you want to tell Ivy and Gidget apart, you can look for a couple of characteristics. First of all, if you look at Ivy's belly, you'll see that she's got kind of a blonde fur spot right near where her belly button would be. And then if you check out their noses, Ivy has a larger than average nose for an otter. So I feel like I'm allowed to point that out. I've got a larger than average nose for a human, so Ivy and I have that special connection. Now, what you're seeing here is an example of a positive reinforcement training session. So we are asking our otters for a variety of behaviors. If they choose to participate and show those behaviors, then we want to say thank you and encourage them to continue to participate. That's where the positive reinforcement comes into play. So if you look, they are getting these food items. It's a really great positive reinforcement for an otter. You're going to see them eating things like shrimp and squid and clams. All examples of invertebrates or animals without backbones. A lot of people notice that we have fish in this exhibit. Sometimes they can be a little bit worried for the fish, but for the southern sea otter, fish are friends, not food. They are only going to be going for those invertebrate food items. Now, I mentioned that we can ask for a variety of behaviors. Those behaviors are going to fall into two general categories. You're going to see examples of natural behaviors, and then you're also going to see examples of husbandry behaviors. Now, natural behaviors are pretty self-explanatory. It's going to be anything that you might see an otter out in the wild doing. So you might see our otter swimming from point A to point B. You might see them coming up onto deck. Those are all great examples of natural behaviors that we can ask for. Now, those husbandry behaviors are a little bit more complicated. Those are behaviors that are going to help us take the best possible care of our otters. So as this training session continues, you might see our aquarists and our trainers actually asking the otters to present certain body parts, even moving into certain positions, just so that we can always get a good check on what their physical health is like. And then there's also the added bonus that we can keep them mentally active as well. So it's a big goal of caring for these otters. We want to keep them physically and mentally active. And all of these husbandry behaviors also help the otters have their own active and participatory role in their own health care. Works out really, really well. That's important because these otters have two big jobs here at the aquarium. Now, they are currently categorized as non-releasable, so they will not be going back out into the wild, but they can serve as ambassador animals, and then they can also serve as mentors and companions for our special program that we have here where we can bring otters in from the wild. So we can